As he's able to just walk away, and that's gonna be a huge hook bot lane. Kenny Train, Blackpink Trash and Rap Terror going down to Kenny Hammerspike, and he who slops Rap Terror goes down. Double kill. More attention towards, flash forward from Bow Explode onto Jakunk, has to be forced to flash out. He who slops actually hooking himself forward to try to land this Nautilus ulti onto Jakunk, and Bow Explode finally able to catch Sharp, starts getting these autos onto Syndra. Jakunk goes down. Kenny Train now has to flash out.
FOF players
2 steps back, 5 steps forward. They're thinking, they're playing chess. They're playing chess
For sure. Bow Explode trying to force something through. Nice jump over Jakunk's stun. Oh, but Bow Explode gets deleted immediately, but so does Blackpink Trash. Jakunk goes down to INT right now. A teleport is a little too late from Stormbless. It's now 4v3. He who slops Stormbless taking a lot of damage, but it's just so tanky. Kenny Train is just autoing Brock Lee, but Stormbless goes down immediately. Rap Terror gets hooked from He Who Slops. Kenny Train has to start running away right now. He's the only one alive. Brock Lee goes at the E-Flash. INT is playing so confident right now. Give me my channel points. Good evening, gamers. Welcome back to Friend or Foe Week 3, Day 1. We are in the 4th game of today. We just got off a crazy match between INT and Fat Pikachu. Up next, we got Blue Bayou Zoo versus Pandas with Hats. My name is Chris Sunga, and here with me to color is Beanjar. How are you, Beanjar?
Doing great.
That last game, kind of crazy. 10th place versus first place. 10th place won. Granted, it was INT, but I won 5k channel points, so feels good, you know?
I would have never predicted that, but I mean, it's good to know that they're back in the game. It's never too late.
Yeah, absolutely. But now we have BBZ versus Pandas with hats. Maokai being the first pick on the side of Blue Bayou Zoo. Could go top, could go support. I don't entirely know too much about Jacob Dudar yet. He is brand new to the season, brand new to BBZ. But lots of veterans on the side of BBZ, Jaffe, Dax, and Champion Red. Fire Mana also being a new kid on the block as well. Pandas with hats opt for Viego Kaisa, carry jungler. Mako Shark has been wanting to play carry jungler almost anytime she plays FOF. Sometimes has to be on tank duty, but you know how it is. But she finally decides to get Viego, most likely for herself today.
I
Swain
love it
Nocturne.
when people
Yes, go on.
fall into their one picks.
Yeah, always feels good because you really get to see if how these players try to show off. Like we saw a lot of confidence from INT with the J4 pick and with he who slops' patented Nautilus pick as well. But Swain Nocturne picked up for the side of Blue Bayou Zoo, while Lissandra picked up for the final first set of picks for Pandas with hats. Thoughts on these first 3 picks for both sides?
Pandas with hats is going to have a lot of pick potential just to like overwhelm Blue Bayou Zoo. But Blue Bayou Zoo, of course, going team fights. Nocturne's, of course, picking Swain and Maokai for those team fights and are very tanky champions. It just depends on how much they can tank versus how much damage they do, especially with that Leona pick on. The pick I very much like to see. Synergizes very well with all of that stun holding them down forever. Pantheon Darius, that's a lot of AD damage.
Yeah, that is so much physical damage coming out of the side of Blue Bayou Zoo. This does tell me... Oh, Mundo picked out on the side of Pandas with hats. Very solid team comp from Pandas with hats. The Ona Lissandra combo, always fantastic. These picks on the side of Blue Bayou Zoo indicate that this is a Swain AD carry, as far as I can understand it, unless anyone else out here can convince me of anything else, because I don't know. I haven't played too much lately. But I believe that is a Swain AD carry going over to Champion Red. Dr. Mundo also being the super heal threat on the side of Pandas with hats. Yeah, thoughts on these drafts?
I'm hoping that with the Pantheon Nocturne combination, as soon as they hit level 6, they're going to run it down mid and then get off some really nice picks.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, they are just running it. Okay.
Okay.
Not running it down as in like they're feeding, but of course.
Yeah.
They're gonna go hunting and then no one's gonna be there. So at least they're on the same page.
Yep, immediately going for this level 1 sort of death ball to try to get early vision on to each other's jungle. But both teams opting on different sides of the map. So they're not going to be able to see each other and not going to be able to 100% tell what each side is doing. But they can tell what they're not doing, which is going the same way that they were going. So BBZ getting that ward off. Pandas with hats able to get that ward off into blue buff. And this is the level 1 for this match.
It's a shame. I would have loved to see a big level 1 team fight going in.
I love level 1 death balls, bro. It's so good. But everyone's too scared. I feel like everyone might be a little too scared to risk such a big fight in FOF regular season. But you know what I see it the most? I see it almost always. I can remember game 1 of any playoff match that happened. I always felt like playoffs, like everyone's willing to test because it's a best of 5, you know?
Yeah, they want to start out big, just kind of like break the ice. Icebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah, icebreaker.
Pantheon mid.
Yeah, Fire Mana.
Oh, Lissandra's getting down.
Yeah, Fire Mana, brand new player coming into FOF. When I first saw him in in qualifiers, I immediately was reminded of Lights. And people like I'm soloing, playing these, kind of carry champions, but I don't know his entire pool yet. Pantheon is this is his first Pantheon pick of the season so far. So we'll see how that combo goes with Nocturne ulti. That should be a lot of global pressure. Spicy Baba taking a lot of damage from Fire Mana right off the bat.
I would expected the range matchup to play in more favor of Lissandra, and it seems to be doing that slightly, but with both teleports mid, they're definitely aiming towards not getting that early kill, but instead going for that global pressure.
Yeah, I'm really curious what happens in the mid lane once these champions hit level 3. What is Pantheon hits level 3? I can almost kind of imagine a complete all-in onto Spicy Baba right away, flash, ignite. Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't have ignite, but just a flash engage. Mako Shark is near Spicy Baba, though. They can't make that happen. Jacob Dudar and Build a Pony. Oh, I just realized. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Mako Shark coming in for the Fire Mana gank, but Fire Mana able to masterfully flash away and stun Mako Shark. I just realized Build a Pony is playing. I'm so sorry I didn't bring attention to that earlier. Build a Pony is subbing in for Pandas with Hats, while Subarashi is out on vacation. So Build a Pony, welcome back. Welcome back to Friend or Foe, competitive FFS.
Welcome.
Yes.
I'm so glad there's no more pool noodles on the top of the map with Mundo and Darius. They're going to actually see some damage, probably some early kill. Darius being so aggressive, just its general nature. And if he gets like 4 dunks in a row, yeah, in a big team fight, filling the stacks. The yo-yo gank though.
Yeah, Mako Shark hovering this bot side.
Over here.
Red and Jacob were a little over pushed right now. That's a really low jungler though. First blood going over to Blue Bayou Zoo, but unfortunately that's 1 kill also given over to Pandas with Hats. So far so good, so far even. Build a Pony and Quote still alive out of all of that. Oh, but Dax coming in from the top lane onto P Sweezy right now. P Sweezy forced to walk and flash away. There's no mid laner to try to pinch him, so P Sweezy might actually be able to just live this. Is able to escort himself out. Spicy Baba was in the wings just in case, but so far very hectic early game compared to the first game of today.
I realize only now that I forgot to place some of my channel point bets.
I know, I completely forgot to. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I should have reminded you with gambling addictions, you know?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, if I forgot that time, it's obviously not an addiction. I've seen a lot of hope from the Sky side. It's 2 buffs. I mean, it's either a gift bag waiting to happen, or they're just going to have insane pressure.
Woo! So much damage onto Quote from Champion Red. Build a Pony able to just neutralize any further engage. But, wow, lots of damage coming out of the Swain AD carry, or AP carry, rather. In this case.
And as we see both of the back lanes kind of backing, bot lanes backing, we're going to see also Pantheon pushing in and getting this level 6 pretty soon. And with that coincides a big mid lane, or big mid lane fight into hopefully Dragon, or just Dragon fight.
Yeah, we're most likely going to start to see that bot lane. The moment these guys have level 6, it's a very easy game plan to try to go for. Dragon is also up as well. Jacob doing his best to try to scout for vision early before his laner even gets to bot lane, which is fantastic to see. But Mako Shark is spotted by BBZ wards, able to notify that Dax might need to start coming to that dragon fairly soon, but level 6 isn't on the table yet for Dax. Fire Mana, though, has reached level 6. P Sweezy and Jaffe. P Sweezy up in the CS game at the moment, but we know how Jaffe works. Jaffe can come back at any time.
He's just itching to roam. I know bot lane is the key here, because that transitions into so much more. But we're waiting for someone just to stand out. With Champion Red being an AP here, you might have a little early. Oh!
A little bit of damage here. Mako Shark is actually coming in, walking through the lane, going straight for a lane gank. That's going to be Build a Pony, engaging onto Jacob Jodar. Mako Shark is able to dash towards Red, but isn't able to secure the kill. There's just a lot of damage on that bot lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, lots of damage happening. No straight kill yet, no. But Champion Red and Build a Pony gets that Zenith Blade onto Red. Red has to flash away. Quote, chugging that health pot. Red is burning through Ignite at the moment. Build a Pony getting so much done here in the bot lane.
Yeah, it seems Diego might actually be itching towards the dragon now. That's going to be an early start to get some momentum onto it. If we see Pandas with Hats like get these objectives without actually being kicked off with the level 6 ultimates that for some reason Nocturne doesn't have, but even though he does start to invade, the objectives are...
Ooh, for a second there, I thought.
A little close.
For a second there, that was a little close. Red almost got even a couple kills there, but first dragon going over to Pandas with Hats. Scoreboard still even, 1-1 right now. Everything is fairly calm, even though Dax will be approaching this level 6 soon. Fire Mana's already level 7 and is gonna be using that Pantheon Nocturne ulti combo soon.
I don't know, maybe it's platings or what, but they're up like, okay, not 1,000 gold, just like 500. Seems very even. Just like it's gonna level out and they're just gonna farm for 20 minutes until the big team fight.
Yeah, that would be a little disappointing. I feel like with Pantheon ulti, you always just go for these early global plays, but maybe Fire Mana doesn't see anything too crazy just yet. Does have to back now, but now that Dax is level 6, the option is on the table.
Yeah, the Rift Herald is gonna mean so much more just because there's no dragon to contest if you take that, as well as all of those turret platings. It's for me as a jungler, I could not resist. It's so much fun. Oh, level 6 though.
The jungle paranoia starts to come in. Okay, Mako Shark is actually pinging towards this Rift Herald right now. Might start to see if he can sneak it, or sorry, if she can sneak it. If the rest of Pandas with Hats members can also ride to the fight. Build a Pony is actually walking towards this Rift Herald. They are pinging it out. It looks like they are going to try to commit for it. Meanwhile, everyone else just gonna be playing a calm, easy farming game at the moment. Most members of BBZ up in farm at the moment. Dax up by like a good amount. Mako Shark actually forcing Jaffe's flash out with this gank, and Build a Pony reveals himself as well, so that's going to mean some action down in the bot lane. Rift Herald still on the table. Fire Mana and Dax might actually look to pinch towards it. Champion Red is gonna stay in the bot lane. Jacob Dudar actually has indicated that he's left bot lane, so that might mean that a 4v4 fight might break out here. They might have to force something. We're going to see if this Rift Herald is going to cost anyone their lives. Rift Herald does go over to Pandas with Hats. No decision on BBZ has been made yet to further engage, so that's going to be a clean take for Pandas with Hats.
And this is what I mean by like how Mako Shark using their one-trick Viego. It's a one-trick, yeah.
I don't know about one trick, but definitely like a Viego Kha'Zix main. Yeah.
Yeah, knowing that, they understand, like, knowing your champion is just so much. Like, you can flex into a bunch of different ones, but just the space of understanding, like, knowing that you could lane game spot, you could walk in even though they have vision towards top lane, force that flash. Like, just the spacing is something that's built over time with a feel. And we see the Mundo. Oh. Dancing on him over there, but
yeah,
they're having a great time top lane.
Sweezy, also an ex-BBZ member for those FOF historians out there. Sweezy. Mako Shark as well, back then was known as Sunrise. When
oh,
they were
really?
Playing. Yeah, that's Sunrise. Yeah, now changed to Mako Shark. Yeah, so 2 ex-BBZ members looking for maybe their revenge.
There's drama.
Yeah. I don't actually know if there's drama or not. Not that I've heard of, at least.
We'll just pretend that there is.
Yeah, we'll pretend there is. We'll do it for the content, you know. Lots of interactions now happening towards this Dragon Pit. Spicy Baba has engaged into the fight, but Jacob Dudar knocks Spicy Baba back. Lissandra ult is live right now. So much damage is coming out, but from who? But from BBZ. So much damage coming from Champion Red on this Swain. Everyone was grouped up for that quote. Has to just run away and leave his team to die. Oh, Pantheon ult comes through. Fire Mana from the side. Takes down quote for the cleanup drive-by kill. BBZ up now 5-1 here at week 3, day 1.
They were already on the ground. You didn't need to kick them down. That was so brutal. Like, I know that's a normal like play. You see the kill, you take the kill, but it felt personal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Fire Mana really just wanted a kill for himself there. He was just going for assists that whole time. He's like, nah, I need to carry a little bit. Really wanted that kill.
Like the
Dragon
scalability is really nice in mid game. I don't know about late game, but I don't think it'll matter when you have a Swain who already has the Andrews there.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how crazy that is. Swain bot lane, meaning that all the AD picks on the side of BBC are sort of accounted for now. You have this big AP threat. So we're going to have to see heal cut coming from Pandas with Hats to try to see if they can win these later fights when it's a full 5v5.
Even with that, you're going to see so much health, and now that you have a massive AP threat, even if you build just for that, you still 3 more AD picks.
Oh, Pony getting caught out. Getting caught out by Dax there, has to be forced to flash right now. Lots of supports lately been caught out trying to ward or cover that area, but
Makes sense, right? Because you're trying to defend Dragon somehow, but that bush is a little too dangerous. Dragon going over the BBZ.
That Infernal Drake has to hurt just because of how valuable, just that pure damage of what they already had.
Ooh, Hex Tech Dragon. Coming out as well, Hex Tech Soul. Yeah, FOF Hex Tech Gates. I'm so excited to see how players utilize it or ignore it on camera because we've seen that more often than not.
I mean, it seems like a lot of mobility might come from it, but we know that Nocturne Pantheon, I'm surprised it's used like, what, once? Twice? They're using it very selectively.
So far. Yeah, very sparing.
They're measuring like 5 times instead of...
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some merit to BBZ playing as safe as they can and trying to be a little too patient given their earlier games this season. Patience is such a big virtue, so there might be a little bit of scarring there, but hopefully we start to see more of that confidence soon. BBZ is in the driver's seat right now. They have 5 kills to 1. They feel very strong. They can force a 4v4 anytime, and they probably feel confident that they can win it.
Maybe it's just the idea that they have it is enough pressure on the map. When they don't actually have to use it, they can keep it up and use it for a team fight.
True. Yeah, it could
Very
be
nice
that has mind. I mean, you have to be aware of this, right? Like if it's on the table, if it's an option, you have to absolutely respect and entertain that it can happen to you. So neither of these laners, except for P-Sweezy, willing to walk up too far to push their lane, it seems. P-Sweezy, of course, honestly having a great lane so far against one of the greatest top laners in FOF history. Also, currently a reigning heroic champion, along with Champion Red.
He's so tanky.
Yeah, right.
Mundo has so much... I'm so excited to see him just face tank absolutely everything. If he can. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I know that Mundo just gonna press R and then no one stops him.
And just tank backline, yeah. I'm with you. Bill the Pony actually coming up top lane, trying to see if he could try something against Jaffe to accelerate his top laner. But P-Sweezy is unfortunately still a little bit too pushed up for Jaffe to feel confident enough to try to test his strength against P-Sweezy. But BBZ members getting cut out by Vision here. There are a good amount of Pandas with Hats members here to clear out the Vision. These pink wards will be going down shortly. Lots of members hovering that Rift Herald pit though. Rift Herald still on the table. Sorry?
Just that the quote is hurting bad. Just that
I know.
You just stop. 1 Q. I mean, and it leaves a little burn after the fact. I don't know if they can take on Champion Red. They're just waiting for the farm to build back up to hopefully eventually get into a big fight where they can stack 2 kills.
Yeah, Red feels so strong going into quote. Just honestly, just making sure that he gets that tower there is just a testament to how strong he feels against quote. Quote honestly also probably respecting the potential for the Nocturne Pantheon ult combo, but no such play as Cleavers. Yeah, Jaffe's taking a lot of damage in this early lane.
No one stops Mundo. P-Sweezy just...
Spicy decides to go for a play, gets an EW onto Fire Mana. Mako Shark gets stunned. Jacob and Fire Mana actually have too much defenses to try to get out. Nice flash from Jacob. Bill the Pony actually Zenith Blades forward. Paranoia is now online. Nocturne has appeared, and a lot of cleave damage is happening. Here comes Fire Mana with the Pantheon ult. Mako Shark dashing forward. Champion Red has now joined the fight. Jaffe has also joined too. P-Sweezy is teleporting in, but I don't think too much can happen. They're going to try to turn onto P-Sweezy, BBZ, getting 2 kills so far in exchange for 2. This is still just an even fight so far, but Champion Red being here just means so much damage, so much potential for BBZ. Not much more is going to happen. It's a crazy fight.
Yep, they just kind of sweep up Champion Red. Did he pick up another kill just there?
I think
remember
so.
him being
Yeah, I think he got 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a little bricks on top of each other, building this big building that is eventually... Yeah, Mundo is a little bit late for that, but does what he can in defending, but after that.
Yeah, that teleport was a little bit... Had it been a little bit sooner, might have... I think actually it probably would have gone in Pandas with Hat's favor because Champion Red was so... had so much distance to walk still. So who knows? I don't know if teleport was up in that moment. We'd have to go back in the VOD and see. But Spicy Baba going for a play there speaks confidence of Pandas with Hats' situation right now. Build a Pony, of course, also showing confidence as well in all these engages. But it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter when it comes to execution. When the execution starts to falter, BBZ's just gonna punish these mistakes. Hextech Dragon now on the board for Blue Bayou Zoo. Blue Bayou Zoo has control of this river, and this is gonna be an easy take for BBZ.
Yeah, Blue Bayou Zoo just has to roll with full momentum. Like, they have the initiation. Like, if they can succeed without getting picked off on the side, because that is the thing. While you have lots of universal engagement, going down, you open the opportunity for while you're elsewhere to get picked off.
Rift Herald being picked off right now by Pandas with Hats. They're just
Being
tickling it
dragged
right
so
now.
far.
Yeah, they're just trying to get its attention, trying to make BBZ move somewhere, I guess. But Firemana has a lot of pressure onto that mid lane tower right now. BBZ can honestly just take this right now. They don't actually have to care too much about being baited. They feel strong enough that they can just go for this Rift Herald and force the rest of Pandas with Hats out. Oh, that's a nice Leona ult onto Firemana. Firemana was the target all along. Everyone converges straight onto this mid layer. Firemana goes down to P-Sweezy. Interesting play. Give the Rift Herald for another kill.
This is exactly what I said just a minute ago. Even though you have universal ults, you're somewhere else, you could get picked off.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
All of that, you still have Kaisa getting crazy amounts. Just it's a sleeping time bomb that you don't quite see, but just getting a tower by yourself and just building up all of these little tools there are.
Jaffe, yeah, absolutely. Jaffe and Dax trying to counter Quote's push up top, but Champion Red catches two members of Pandas with Hats. They're going to flash out, use Hextech Gates, but they're not going to be able to activate it. Build a Pony is going down to Jacob. Okay, Red decides to stay for the kill, ends up taking it. And meanwhile, the top lane, Jaffe takes down P-Sweezy after all of that wet noodle fighting in the top lane. He finally gets that kill on him.
You know what? As they were starting to get off these picks, they just turned it all around and got fixed themselves. Yeah. Like, Champion Red is really feeling so. It's walking them down.
Yeah, I'm so curious what Pandas with Hats is going to do about it. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is going for a crazy stone onto the backline with Leona ulti or Lissandra ulti or Lissandra E ulti. But at the end of the day, Dax and Fireman are also going for your backline. So I'm so curious to see what Pandas with Hats is actually going to do about this. Maybe there are, smarter coaches than I that could tell me how exactly Pandas with Hats' game plan is going to go down. But right now, BBZ.
It's more like, okay, Pandas with Hats is waiting for them to make a mistake. The Pantheon made a mistake, was pushing where they shouldn't have, didn't have the team. When you have the Leona, when you have the Lissandra, you punish overextensions, staying too far away. So they just wait patiently for the opponents to make a mistake, and you don't interrupt them. You just let them go through with it, and you strike back.
Okay, absolutely, I agree with you. I think I'm with you. Going for these picks and seeing how BBZ messes up map movement might be the way Pandas with Hats gets back into this game. The question now is, are they good enough to fully recognize every time Fireman is overextended, or anytime Dax is overextended, or anytime any of these champions overextended? Do they have the presence of mind to actually be able to punish every time a mistake is sort of shown in Pandas with Hats?
Yeah, it really just depends. The vision is so much more important when you are waiting on those, because they can make a mistake here and there, but if you don't see them, it won't matter.
Yeah. Yep. Fact, we'll see how Bill the Pony and Jacob decide to play. Bill the Pony, obviously one of our champions back in season 5, and Jacob, the newest support, joining BBZ. Okay, Red is getting chased down by members of Pandas with Hats right now. Lissandra ulti goes through, Red has to flash out, and that's going to be the Swain ulti. Champion Red goes down immediately. That's the mistake they were looking for. Jacob Dudar has to flash out. No members of BBZ are here to assist or clean this up. Full death ball from the side of Pandas with Hats allows them to get a kill, but a tower does go down in exchange.
I'd like to admit I'm actually a time traveler, because I saw all of that just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Wait, keep going.
Yep. I mean, you were right. It looks like they are just looking for, those tiny mistakes replacing. people placing themselves in wrong spots. Firemana and the rest of BBZ are actually about to join this fight, potentially. I don't know if we'll be able to see this. Paranoia goes through. Firemana is hopping onto
It's
Quote.
stolen!
Dax steals the Baron. Are you kidding me? Bill the Pony doing anything he can to keep the rest of BBZ members low and CC'd, but Jaffe and Firemana have arrived. So much damage coming out of Firemana. Oh, but Jaffe is not going to be able to get that kill on the P-Sweezy. Jaffe goes down. Every single member of BBZ goes down except for Champion Red. But Baron is stolen on the side of BBZ. Dax was able to grab that steal. Champion Red now the only one that has it. Is he going to be able to fend off these three members? I think he can.
It's one of those moments where you lose the Baron and then the entire voice chat just goes silent. Or they're screaming, you know. It is either one of the things. Like either you get flamed or no one says a thing. You just
I mean that always feels bad when, especially when it's on camera. But it happens a lot. No need to beat yourself up over it. You know, sometimes
I did the same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen you, Mrs. Smite, here and there. I've seen you steal a couple things. But you know, it happens. Just have the presence of mind to stay focused in the game and focus on the next objective. Dragon going over to Pandas with Hats.
It hurts, but they get the dragon, they win the team fight. It's a consolation prize. And there's not too much Barons on the board to actually do it, aside from Champion.
Yeah. This game is actually surprisingly even.
It's really extended. I wonder if he could get ulted here. No, this game's a little too far back. Not too much damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of
HP. He looks so tempting.
I know, he looks so tempting. Actually, he's the only one left in this lane at the moment. This could be the rest of Pandas with Hats trying to go forward onto Champion Red. They all are able to engage onto Champion Red, but so much damage is coming out of Blue Bayuzu. Red is kiting and kiting and kiting, and what the fuck is going on? Red is still alive. Are you serious? Red still alive with more health than he started with from that team fight, and ends up taking down P-Sweezy, an ace for BBZ. What?
It looks like Pandas with Hats actually healed, you know, this healed Champion Red.
Actually healed Red more.
They're very generous with that.
Oh wow. Yeah, the only Oblivion Orb is on Lissandra as well. I think Lissandra died first out of everyone in that fight. Insane.
I guess that's exactly when you're baiting them with half HP and just so close.
Yeah.
Like, this is not in the they all want to use that Hex to make it.
Yeah.
They didn't need
was a
to.
bait? Was
just
that
looked fun.
intentional? Do you think that was a bait?
I mean, at this point, he's like, he knew he couldn't die. I don't know if he didn't have. Oh wait,
he was definitely
he
forced
has
to
the
flash.
item for the evade. Like, what was that?
Oh, gargoyles.
I know
whatever.
it's the gargoyles too. Like, how can know? So we're gonna just give him the credit. Say it's like five head right there. He's seeing in the future.
So
I was so sure he would die.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you were saying, he looked so tempting. He just was just standing there. Zenith Blade is an option. Lissandra ult's an option. Lissandra E ult is an option. You have Leona ult is an option. There's so many ways to just get him, and he's just in perfect range of it. I mean, if I was with Pandas with Hats, I also would have gone for it.
Yeah. I mean,
God.
Even with this, like, what are they gonna do? It's like they seem to be in team fight formation, which I'm kind of scared of. It's like they're on their back foot, and they need to like maneuver around. They need to catch this Pantheon who's out of place. They need to catch the Darius, just figure out someone else, and like take advantage of their misposition.
Absolutely. BBZ now in the driver's seat. This is one of the many teams that are currently tied for that like middle pack, that 5th place-ish spot right now, along with I believe it's ASG and UB at the moment. But BBZ trying to get a win streak going for themselves for Friend or Foe Season 7 so they can make playoffs. At the end of the season, only 6 of these 10 teams will make it to playoffs. So it's going to be a close race. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good players, and they all want a spot there. Pandas with Hats, even though they're 10th place at the moment, they really are showing signs of life in this competition.
Yep. Even when you just look at the snowball that's occurred, it's most apparent through vision too. Like, there's so much blue sky vision on BBZ. and then Red is navigating through this fog 4. Like, I don't know what Panda Hats can do, but I mean, they're slowly inching back. Like, they just need a little bit of a lead, and using all of their damage to just pour onto one person that they could Lissandro, just land everything else on. And
I don't think-
that's the key.
I don't think Pandas with Hats can start any more engages. Like, the last 3 engages they went for looked really solid, looked like options that they should have gone for. Like, I would have 100% agreed on those options. Even on that champion red pick, I didn't expect so much healing to come through. It's so crazy. But I don't think Pandas with Hats tries any more engages. I think they have to just keep kiting fights backwards and try to hope that they can, you know, sort of chip them down before they can commit to a real fight.
It's all of Sun Tzu's Art of War. They see what you want them to see. If they look like they're weak, it's because they want you to see that. And maybe they can get a pick onto this Darius here, but it seems pretty fast. But if they do, they give up a bear. And their base isn't looking too happy right now.
Jaffe able to just walk out of that. He's just going to be exerting so much pressure into this bot lane right now. While BBZ goes with the correct macro play, they just go for the objective that's alive. So much pressure is happening in mid lane and bottom lane at the moment that, I mean, BBZ just has full control of this Baron pit. Fireman also in the wings, going to be able to fend anyone off. Blast cone's over as well. Pandas with Hats nowhere near this Baron pit, but they are able to grab third Drake while BBZ takes Dragon.
Yeah, if they could extend the game long enough, like, of course, yeah, that's great. But 1-3-1, like, to have that even pressure, especially with the middle inhibitor, like, the pressure that they have with this Baron, we might be looking at the last team fight unless they do some crazy shenanigans to get out of this one.
Yeah, I mean, going for soul is an option. That's completely an option to get back into this game. I don't think Pandas with Hats can even really leave their base safely without knowing 100% if BBZ members are all at Baron Pit or something. So
this whole strategy of giving up your inhibitors is the way to push it.
Ah, yeah. Oh, Build a Pony getting caught out by Dax.
Oh my god,
it's
it's
for vision
shredded
right now. Half
HP.
health immediately from Build a Pony, has to retreat. Not going to be able to be confident enough to just fully engage onto a fight. So this could be all 4 members of BBZ trying to push down this tower.
I know Spicy Baba wants to ult champion.
I know.
Leon is just not there for it.
It looks so spicy, but Spicy Baba cannot be the one to die right now, especially with Oblivion Orb. On Lissandro, he's the only one that can really take down Swain. So Spicy Baba can't be the one to start this. Can't be the first one to die. But we'll see how he plays it out.
I'm more surprised there's not more anti-heal on this team, especially with Darius as well.
Oh, okay. Pandas with Hats have decided on an objective, and that objective is Jaffe, but the rest of BBZ are going to just take your base down if you keep chasing after Jaffe. That is such a bold idea. I like the idea, but unfortunately you can't do that with no defense against BBZ pushing to the top lane. Jaffe now pushing that bot inhibitor as well. All 3 inhibs down. Paranoia goes through. Spicy Baba has to ult himself, which means he's not going to be able to fight. BBZ have begun the storm. Build a Pony is trying to get CC onto this backline, but Quote unfortunately not able to get back into the fountain in time. The rest of BBZ just start deleting Pandas with Hats. Mako Shark the only one left. She's not going to be able to save the game. BBZ's game goes over to them. Congratulations, Blue Bayou Zoo.
Yeah.
Oh. Whew. Okay. BBZ. Fantastic game. We don't have a victory screen, by the way. We don't have a match victory screen right away because it's a replay file. It's a whole thing. So, you know, ignore the INT scoreboard right here, but BBZ ended up winning that game. Congratulations to them. Although Pandas with Hats, although 10th place, played well, it showed signs of life 100%.
I was looking at the scoreboard like, I don't remember Raptor being in this one. What happened?
Yeah, apparently Blackpink Trash also didn't buy any items too, so that's but yeah. Sorry we can't show post-game stats. That's how the whole
can't show off the new champion though. Let's go.
Yeah, we can show off the new champion. But yeah, crazy game. We got one more game coming up. Up next will be Pentakill Timo Please versus Universal Basic Income. So we will be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.